Hey, what's up guys? John Osumi from Motion Shooter Photography coming at you again with another video. Still on home quarantine, but that doesn't mean you can skip your workout. Today's workout is going to be on the TRX. Stay tuned. So as we all know, the TRX is a fantastic device to use whether you're at home or on the road. It's extremely portable and it's completely by body weight. So just a really quick description of it, you will manipulate your body and leverage your body in different positions against a fixed point of origin. And by doing it, you can actually increase or decrease the amount of weight that you're pushing or pulling. And it is your body weight, but you can still manipulate the positions to pull either some or all of the percentage of your body weight. So you can actually change the weights just like if you were working in the gym. But body weight exercises have their own unique thing to them, so let's get to it right now. So I would consider the TRX, it can be a beginner device, but I would consider it more intermediate to advanced. And so for today's workout, I'm going to be more on the intermediate side just to kind of give you an introduction on how it works. And we'll just go through a few really simple exercises. And then if you like this, leave some comments down below and we will expand upon it for future videos. First exercise is the lunge. And for me, a lunge is basically a squat, but you're doing it one leg at a time. So when you split the squat up into doing each leg separately, you're going to get more of the stability muscles, and it's just going to work more of the leg at the same time. But obviously, since you got to do both legs, it's a little more uncomfortable. You want to hold the handles at about, maybe about belly button height. So depending on how far back you're standing, you'll get that height. You want to make sure that your working leg is flat on the floor. Your weight will be borne on the heel of that working leg. So make sure your weight does not go to the toes or the ball of the foot, and this particular alignment will protect your knee. What you want to do is you want to lower your body under control. Never just drop down and let gravity take control. You always want to make sure the muscle tension lowers you slowly and evenly. When you reach the bottom, you don't necessarily have to stop, but you want to have a definite pause before you start coming back up, because what we're trying to avoid is any kind of bouncing movement where you are relying on the elasticity and muscle memory of your connective tissue rather than the control and strength of the muscle being targeted. So just remember, when you're cheating, you're only cheating yourself. So from the lower position, pushing through the heel, raise yourself back up to the start position. And this is the TRX Lunge. The TRX Low Row is a fantastic exercise. It builds arms, upper back, and posture muscles. So you will determine how heavy this exercise is based on where you place your feet. So the closer you place your feet under the point of origin or closer to the point of origin, it's going to get harder. And as you back up, so there's more distance between you and the place that you're anchored to, that's going to get easier. So what you want to do is you want to grasp the handles in each hand. Your palms are parallel. And with your arms extended straight towards the point of origin, you are going to pull by pulling your elbows straight back. They're going to stay close to your body, and at the end range, your shoulder blades will be squeezed together. You want to pause briefly at the end position and then slowly release back to start position. If you want to add a challenge to this one, you can do this one leg at a time. So you would do one set on the left leg, one set on the right leg, and then if you're doing a third set, you split the two legs between the repetitions that you're doing. Today we're pretty much sticking with a repetition count of 15 repetitions. Anybody that's worked with me for any period of time knows that I love the T-Deltoid exercise. To me, posture is one of the biggest priorities in your exercise, and the T-Deltoid is fantastic for keeping those shoulders back and helping reverse the computer posture that we all tend to find ourselves in on a daily basis. So, with myself in my starting position, my feet are about hip width apart. If you want to make it tougher, you can put them closer together, and if you want to go for the toughest position, one leg at a time. My arms are straight and my elbows are locked as they are extended out towards the point of origin. From this position, keeping my elbows locked, I'm going to horizontally abduct my arms straight out to the side, and when I get to the end position, my body's in the shape of a letter T. And this is why we call it the T-Deltoid. From that position, don't just bounce right back, hold that position just for a beat, just so those muscles can record that position, the brain can recognize that this is a position that's available to our range of motion, and then slowly return back to start, making sure that you keep the muscles of the rear shoulders under tension as you return. This is the TRX T-Deltoid. Now we know a home workout or any kind of workout is not complete without some sort of push-up or some sort of pressing movement. If you have shoulder issues, we want to make some different considerations, and message me if you do have shoulder issues and I can help you modify this. But we are going to do what is similar to a push-up or a chest press. So again, this time your back is facing the point of origin. You are facing away from your anchor point. You've got your arms pointed forward. Your hands are wider than your shoulders. Now pay attention to where the cables or the straps of the TRX are rubbing. If they're rubbing on the tops of your shoulders, you need to hold your hands higher so there is no rubbing. Now this makes the exercise much more difficult, but it's going to be more comfortable without that strap rubbing on your shoulder, and you're going to get more core strength because you're not allowing the TRX to assist you by assuming a slouch position, basically is what it is. So again, straight body, never let your body bend. You're going to lower your body in a push-up type fashion. When your chest reaches about the level of your hands, that is your end position. Slight pause, pressing with using the muscles of your chest or driving the insides of your elbows together to push yourself back up to the start position. Now this can be a chest exercise, or it is a chest exercise, but you can make it a core exercise by maintaining absolute perfect plank posture as you're going through this range of motion. 15 repetitions for the TRX push-up. One other thing I want to add, if you want to make this one tougher, single leg is the way to go, and that really gives you a good challenge and will add more core involvement to this. Now this next exercise is for the back of the thighs, the hamstrings, and I would consider this one an intermediate to advanced exercise, mainly because of the body control it takes to do this one properly. Your starting position is going to be with your arms extended straight up overhead. You have the handles in your hand. The straps themselves are taut, meaning there's no slack in them. So I've got my hands straight up. The TRX strap is extended straight out taut. As I lower myself, what I'm going to do is keep my body straight. I am going to crease only at the waist. As I bend forward at the waist, you're sitting back as if you're in a chair. And then to get yourself back to the starting position, you're going to do a combination of raising your arms, driving your hips forward, and straightening at the waist. Now, if you do this all simultaneously, the tension will be dispersed throughout the backside of your body. You won't feel it just in the back, or you won't feel it just in the legs. You're going to feel it dispersed through a range of muscle groups, and then that is when you know that you're doing the TRX deadlift properly. All right, so the final exercise I'm going to give you on this really short routine would be the high rotation. And for this one, you are going to have to loop these two handles into what's called single handle mode. You've got two handles, you've got a triangle on either side. You've got the handle on your right hand, goes through the triangle on your left hand. And when this is done, the handles are now in opposite hands. Then you want to take the handle that's in your left hand and loop it through the triangle in your right hand. And that's the handle you're going to pull taut. And that's going to be the single handle that you're going to use for this last exercise, the high rotation. So from the high rotation, I've got my arms locked straight. I've got both hands on the same handle. My elbows are locked straight and my body's straight. My stance is wide, so my feet are about shoulder width apart, which is a little bit wider than I normally would go on most exercises. Maintain a steady base as I rotate my body to the left. I am going to drive my right arm up. I am bracing myself on the floor with my right leg, and I'm turning my shoulders at the waist. And so if you do all these things simultaneously, it's going to pull your body forward, as if you're a plank, but you're going to be doing it with a rotary type movement. So you want to do 15 repetitions on one side, repeat 15 repetitions on the other side. So from one thing, when you rotate, make sure that you hold that tension for a second. We are working the muscles of the waistline, and then return slowly back to the start position. Don't just drop. So these exercises all work in two directions. Don't cheat yourself on that return. Hey, I want to thank you for watching this video. These are tough times, but it's still important to keep your fitness, because as the stress goes higher and there still is colds and flus going around, we want to make sure that we keep our immunities high and our fitness high during these difficult times. If you like what you saw, be sure to subscribe, and there's links in the description below if you want to get a TRX for yourself. And this is John Osumi from Motion Shooter Photography. Stay fit, stay well, and let's get through this together.